Mindful Speaking here, once again, here to share with you some positive insight, some positive messages, and some positivity to help uplift and boost the positivity in your day. As you know, my name is Danny Dozie, coach, mentor, speaker, and I'm here to share with you something that is least used, but is the most powerful. So sometimes through our lives, through our journey, through certain experiences, we tend to pick up things and we tend to just hold it in our bag and carry it with us, right? And one of those things that we tend to carry with us is habits from these experiences. Sometimes what we learn through these experiences, we adopt the way of thinking, or we adopt a way of feeling. And sometimes we use these things and we use them in situations where obviously we don't need them, or we don't need to be like this, we don't need to think like this, we don't need to feel like this, because what we're feeling sometimes is just derived from an old way of looking at things, right? But however, not just is it about looking at things, it's also behavior changes and behavioral habits as well. And sometimes when we are going through our journey or going through certain set of experiences, we tend to adapt to things, and we attach ourselves to things or doing things that we know aren't of the positive nature within our own sense of well-being or within our own sense of spiritual being as well. But what I'm here to share with you, I'm here to share with you a solution or something that will help you to recognize some of these habits, right? Rather than keeping them in your head, what we're going to do is we're actually going to visually see them. So what I would like for you to do, so I'd like for you to grab a piece of paper and a pen or some sort of writing utensil, sit down with yourself, and let's start to look through these habits. So we're gonna break these habits down, okay? In fact, come up with a list of habits, okay? List of habits that you feel as though I need to change, or I wanna work on, or I need to improve on. This is always about self-improvements, right? And what we wanna do is we wanna sit down, look at these habits, realize these habits, or allow these habits to come to mind and put them on paper, see them, and now we want to start to prioritize them. But now what we're going to do is we're going to prioritize them. We're going to prioritize them in threes. We can't work on them we can't work on all of them, but we can work on small steps, small ones, right? So for example, let's say if I'm not trying to call anybody out here on this, but let's say we have a habit of drinking too much when we're out, or we have a habit of being a certain way in situations that we know that we are not trying to be, but we are being. Okay, we have a habit of doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing, but yet somehow this sort of habit has been ingrained and has been wired into our thinking process that sometimes this habit just seems to not be able to escape. So here's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so after you've written down all your habits, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look in habits of threes, pick the top 3 ones that you truly wanna work on, okay? And now after that, I have to put those in the first column, and then now in the next 2 columns or 3 columns, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna break these habits down into 2 to 3 typical questions. So now the first question is, in the next column, ask yourself, where does this habit come from and why do I do it? You're gonna write a paragraph, or write a few sentences, or write what feels right to you. Why do you do this? Okay, once you slowly start to realize that, okay, I do this because of this, truth be told, this is something that I know I shouldn't be, or no I can be, or I can change this, or yada yada yada, right? Slowly start to give yourself self-realization. Now after that, we're gonna go into the next column, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask the next question, can this be changed? And if you just tick the box if it can, or if you say yes, tick the box, whatever, check mark, good, great. Now we've given ourselves the opportunity, and now what we can do is we can slowly start to find a solution, which is going to be in the last column. So, and within the solution, now it's just up to you to find the solution. It's up to you as to what you're going to do to replace this habit with something new, and that way it doesn't keep on giving you the same outcome that's been giving you over these last, I don't know, weeks, months, years, or throughout the journey, basically. So there you have it. Simple enough, very basic. You know, it's nothing too crazy, it's nothing too over the top. Something that maybe you will find value in, and we can all find value in. And so it's something that would give us the perfect opportunity to make changes, or to make those changes for within our personal lives, within the society, community, or even throughout the world, okay? So first you have the habits. Where does it, then in the next column, where does this come from and why do I do it? In the next column, can this be changed? And in the last column, what is the solution? That's it, okay? So I'm gonna leave it there, okay? And I'm gonna leave it on this note. I hope you're having a positive day. Hope you have a positive day. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe, keeping yourself healthy, staying well. And gonna leave it here. Think well to live well. And thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this video, and have a good one.